This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, we're going to talk about Fat Joe and Ja Rule one more time, okay? So I'm going to do a recap. We did a live on this, but we're going to do a recap video. Ebro breaks down the verses with Fat Joe and Ja Rule, okay? He had his pom-poms on for Fat Joe. Fat Joe! Okay, he said Fat Joe won, annihilated Ja Rule. He disrespected Ja Rule, called every record he played trash. Nobody wants to listen to this trash, okay? Now, Ebro, I will say that I agree that I would rather listen to Fat Joe over Ja Rule, but it's obvious he didn't watch the verses, okay? Because a battle is about energy, okay? Battle rappers don't put their lyrics up on the screen, and that's it. And all they did was go down a playlist when they did the recap and made it like their own verses live on the air without the energy from the rappers. Fat Joe annihilated Ja Rule the first half, okay? He was playing straight hip-hop records. He cheated by playing a Big Pun, the Punisher. I mean, it was a Big Pun, I'm Not a Player. And he cheated by playing Annie Up because that's Remy on there, okay? And then he worked into that from, Miss Big Pun, to Twins, right? Or was it Deep Cover? It was something like that. 2 songs in one. He said he cheated because it was 2 songs in one. No, he cheated because he played Annie Up into Deep Cover, and then he played Johnny Blaze into I'm Not a Player, okay? Because 2 of those songs aren't even his. I don't care what you had to do with the song. It's not your song. Ja Rule was playing his songs, okay? It's cheating. But he was talking spicy to Ja Rule, everything in the first half. Then he got winded. He had to take a break. Energy was lost. Second half, he turned into a pumpkin outfit, and he lost. Fat Joe had better songs matching Fat Joe songs in the second half because, I mean, he had a couple rounds he won. They calculated it for Joe. They had their pom-poms on for Fat Joe, okay? Let's be honest, okay? Ebro was biased. Fat Joe must have called him and said, help me out here. I lost this, even though because Fat Joe's trying to put it out there that this was the most watched versus ever, and he won it. He didn't see that he lost it. He lost, okay? It's okay. It was a bad matchup anyways. Ebro, it was, when you're calling Ja Rule trash, it's a little too disrespectful. I'm not a big fan of Ja Rule's music, but you gotta recognize hits. He's on the radio. He was doing the programming at the time, if I'm mistaken, okay? Now, Ebro has this problem a lot. He likes to compare himself to academics, talk about, you don't do this, you don't do that. You have $1 million corporation behind you on Hot 97 with Channel 1, and you have Apple behind you. Academics is an independent guy that came up on his own and does, if not the same or more views than these big corporations. You can't compare yourself. Self-made, corporation-assisted, okay? But anyways, they do a good morning show. Ebro hired himself to do the morning show because he wanted to be a radio personality, and he had the power to do that. And, he got to do their thing. Anyways, getting off of that. So then we got Fat Joe, a.k.a. Magneto, cheerleading for himself because he's saying that they had the number 2 verses ever. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. You did not have the number 2 verses ever. I'm sorry, okay? The numbers don't lie. 2.5 million total views, which is great. 436,000 on Instagram, tops. I didn't see that number. I saw lower than that, but that's okay, okay? 1 billion, you can't count impressions. That's just somebody passing by it. That means that 997 million people chose to not see this verses from you, okay? But you could make that case with comparing impressions to anything, okay? Like Gucci and Jeezy, they did 7 billion impressions, but only 5.5 million chose to watch, okay? But this makes them, if I'm not mistaken, the number 2 verses. He says Ashanti and Keisha Cole was number 1. I checked their numbers. They did 6 million. I don't know what Ron Isley and them did. I don't know what Patti LaBelle did. But I think they were very high. But just going off the ones that I've seen, I know that Ashanti and Keisha Cole were maybe number 1 at 6 million. I think Dipset and Locks came right after the Gucci and Jeezy one, which comes in number 2 with 5.5 million, Dipset and Locks did about 5 point something million. Okay. Then, you know, you definitely got Patti LaBelle, you got Ron Isley, and them doing more than, you know, 2.5 million. I think they did more around 3 or 4. Maybe they did the most. I can't remember how much. What the Ron Isley versus would make. I mean, you know, if girls are going to tune in, right? If girls are going to tune in, you're going to get more. It's going to be a bigger demographic with girls and guys together, you know. But when you got just straight rap, it's hard to get the views as high as a genre like R&B, where, you know, you're going to get a bigger demographic. Girls support more, too. Let's be honest. Okay, so we got Ron Isley versus views. Let's see. See, I don't think they're going to break it down as much as... There's not as much chatter on these. I don't think... Yep. It's not giving me views. But I think they did a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. They did a lot. Okay. Earth, Wind, and Fire. See, they're not going to say how many. But that was a classic one. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers. And it was big. And people want to see that. Everybody tunes in for that. That's classics. They get sampled. I mean, this is part of hip hop, whether you like it or not. Okay. Isley Brothers. I'm not seeing numbers here, so unfortunately, we're not going to get numbers on this one. But I know it was high. Okay, it was record breaking. I think even Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy views versus. Okay, I think they did like 3 million. But I might be wrong. Who won the views for Bow Wow? I can't see the stats. Not everybody reports the stats. Anyways, Fat Joe is wrong. No way, Jose. Cheer all you want. No way, Jose. Okay? It didn't work. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.